I don't even know how to start this one. Guess, yeah, so I made Grandmaster in USPSA now, so that's kind of cool. Getting Grandmaster was, I don't want to say a culmination because it's not over, but it was a big milestone in a journey I've been on for a while because I started training, it's been probably 9 years now, where my first commercial class was fighting pistol at Tactical Response down in Camden. I did the whole 9 yards. I stayed in the team room. I met James Jaeger, who was a fucking super nice guy in person. Incredible dude. And fighting mindset, I did the whole thing, and I was like, yes, fighting with a gun, the gamer stuff, blah, 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 blah. And 9 years later, I'm Grandmaster in USPSA. So there was some changes that happened in between those 2 points. There is one of the stigmas in the gaming world, in the gun world, about, oh, that competition stuff will get you killed in the streets. Well, if all you've ever done is get a race gun and put on a race belt and do race gun stuff and then put it away and never actually carry a gun, or there's such a significant deviation between you have, a 5-inch all metal 320 Legion for your race gun, but then you carry like an LCP in your pocket. There's going to be a little bit of a disparity in the shooting. But I digress. No, I don't. That's exactly what we're talking about here. I wanted to prove to myself and have the example out there for other people, students, that you do not need to go and buy fancy 2011 all metal race gun. This is that you can take a gun that you carry, or a gun that you would carry, in a setup that you would carry, show up to these matches, and do well, or in my case, do extremely well. So, being able to take those skills of starting with, defensive pistol, fighting pistol, and then actually have performance from that carry condition, that style of gun, with some conservative modification. I'm not going to sit here and say my guns are completely stock. Like, for instance, the 19 that I compete with, which there'll be some B-roll here, 19 frame, 47 slide, so it's essentially a Glock 49. Now, I have the Vortex Venom on there because I'm going to be giving the enclosed Venom, I should say, because I'm going to be giving that a go for carry. But this gun isn't a necessarily tricked out, crazy race gun. The internals are Glock internals. The only things that I have really changed are the trigger shoe, and there's a Glock performance trigger in here, the way that Glock made them. So I didn't do any significant modifications. I took a gun in its mostly stock configuration. Obviously, there is also the factor of tens of thousands of rounds and hundreds of thousands of trigger presses that have gone through this gun that have made it what it is. But take a mostly stock gun with slight variations and things and do well. Do very well. I made Grandmaster with that gun. Well, a version. There used to be a 507 comp on here. Now there's the Venom because I want to try it out. So I'm kind of, I don't know, like, this is an interesting place for me because I wanted to be, I guess I am becoming, the bridge in the gun world of, like, gunfighter, gamer stuff is stupid, and high-end performance shooting, trying to be that perfect place in the middle. I guess the expression that I like to use is that I am directly in the middle between James Jaeger and Tim Herron. And if you know who both of those people are, we can be friends. I guess if I had to break it down in the simplest terms of a word or two, defensive performance. Defensive gun, defensive setup, but performance standards. If you've been a subscriber of the channel, you've, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you found me, or if you've trained with me, you know about the cold standard. 3x5 index card with the corners cut off, 7 yards, first 9 rounds of the day. What is your performance? Can you make the hits? Can you make the times? What were the faults? And being able to do that with the stuff that you carry. So I'm not going to sit here and, like, shit on, guys who have gamer rigs and, like, they're open major guys or PCC, whatever. That's not what I'm here to do. What I'm here to do is to tell the unsure gun owner, the newer-ish person, like, hey man, you don't have to go and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on like a cool tricked out Grey Guns 2011 or whatever Staccato or Infinity or whatever flavor of like race gun. You can get a normal gun, put an optic on it, put some work into it, and you can take that gun from baby's first pistol to Grandmaster and USPSA. I am evidence of that. Now, where to go from here, I guess, is the question for me, because, all right, I got the carry gun, Carry Optics Grandmaster, I did the whole thing. What's next? So for me, being that I am, you may or may not know, the social media guy for Night Vision and Glow Rhino, the Tritium people, Night Vision being the Iron Sights company, I think it only makes sense that I go from Carry Optics to production. Glock 19, Iron Sights, production division now. Same deal, I'm going to be running it from Appendix from Concealed Carry. Once again, wanting to be that example of you don't need the fancy race guns. You can take your carry gun, the most bare bones carry gun I can imagine, in your concealed carry setup and do very well. So in the coming months, and once the winter decides to not suck, going to be a lot more content of me running irons guns. I know I just dropped the Federal Air Marshal Qual lately. I did it with this exact gun, actually, and I would say, well, I passed it perfectly, I think. Did I have one out? Whatever. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. If you're watching this, thank you. If there's something you want to see, something you want addressed in the gun culture, comments, DMs, whatever, and I would love to be able to get at them. The pink shirt's in the laundry. I only have one, and I only wear it sometimes. So, yeah, no pink shirt today.